Hello there everyone, it's the final render here, just turning on his screen in time for the stream. How's it going guys? That actually took a few minutes longer than I wanted it to, doing the transition thing right there. But unfortunately, I've got to work out how to do the transition properly. I was trying to get my camera to work using the HDMI, but it wasn't working, so I've got to go back to the old-fashioned way of basically capturing a USB preview. So, are you all alright? How's it going? If any of you guys have just tuned in, we literally just got done streaming some Fortnite. Didn't go very well overall, you know, I think I got 2 kills in total. So, could have been better, but it was fun, you know, we actually played some Fortnite with you guys on the old PlayStation 4, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, you know, and if we enjoyed it, then, you know, we'll do it some more, you know what I mean? But it does mean I've got to go ahead and open the creation kit right now, because we're going to be doing some good stuff. Fallout 5Z says music's too quiet, turn it up a bit. Okay, there we go. Music's being turned up just a tad right there. Right, unfortunately though, as I said, I can't get the Elgato working right there, so my shot's a bit off. Go ahead and zoom out a little bit. Yep, that looks good. Okay, so I need to go ahead and sign into the old creation kit here, don't I? So you all alright? How's it going? How's it going? Okie dokie. So, what we need to do, now, we have finally gone ahead and got ready to do our Fallout stream. We need to go ahead and get our share spike going. Let's go ahead and get the share spike going, people. Now we are going ahead and doing some Fallout 4. I'm going to be doing the same myself as soon as I pull it up on this old here screen. You know, this old here screen, like... Alright, go ahead and get ready with the old share spike right here. I'm going to be doing it via the Twitter, which is the language of the internet bird, of course. We are now streaming Fallout 4 building with mods, where we will make some apartments, because that's what I'm going to be doing today in Diamond City. And boom, sweet, there is my part of the share spike done. You guys are now going to go ahead and do the same thing. I've gone ahead and done that, so I want to see you guys going ahead and getting involved in the share spike. If you're watching the stream, you got to go ahead and do the share spike. That's the rules. I think that's fair, don't you think? I think if you're going ahead and joining the stream, we want to go ahead and get as many people as possible enjoying the stream. And I just want to go ahead and get this pop-out chat thing here, yeah. Actually, much easier way of doing it for me. Okay, so now that's done, I also need to go ahead and load up the mod, don't I? So yeah, let's go ahead and do this. I was going to stream yesterday, but I really was not in the mood to stream yesterday. I was in a really, really bad mood yesterday. And, you know, mad props. Many, many big thank yous to the guys on Discord. Because as I said, you know, I was feeling very, very down in the dumps. And the people on Discord really cheered me up yesterday. So thanks very much for doing that, guys. I really mean that. I was really not happy at all. And it's great to know that you guys have got my back and you're always supporting me, you know? Well, hopefully, we can go ahead and have a stream where everyone is supporting. So that'll be absolutely fantastic. And the guy who is using the Donald J. Trump stuff, knock that off, okay? I know what you're doing. Knock it off. Okay. So, oh, there's loads. Let's see who's in the chat still. Monsieur Flamingo is still back, who says, never mind the droid attack. The Trade Federation is effectively stopping the supply routes from Naboo, meaning that trading with them is near impossible, and decrease in PR is not good for them. Well, that is of course true. You know, that was obviously the plot of the of Star Wars, the Phantom Pain. Fantastic movie, if I remember correctly. Best out of the 8. Okay, later the Fallout says, we love you, Render. Glad Discord could help. Yeah, because obviously you were there as well, weren't you? And I was just in a really, really upset mood. You know, normally I don't get too upset at all over stuff. Normally I'm always in a good mood. But you know what it is? Just sometimes it just hits you. You know, sometimes it just hits you and you feel terrible. So thank you very much for being there, you guys. And I'm sure lots of you guys will be here as well. Speaking of which, actually, I need to go ahead and open up the old Twitter, don't I? So I can go ahead and see what you guys are saying. Not that. That's the old... oh, you already had a chat. Pop out, open. Okay, never mind. Yeah, that's that. Let's go ahead and see if I can get old Twitter open. That way I'll be able to go ahead and see what some of you people are saying. And even the Twitch one right there. I have that open just in case. But generally speaking, I have no idea if people are actually going to go ahead and watch on Twitch. I know there's like 1 or 2 who do, but for the most part, I always acknowledge things on YouTube, so it's what it is. Nick Matthews says, what are you going to build after DC? I don't know. I think I would like to go ahead and, thingamy-bob. I'd like to go ahead and do some smaller ones, basically. I'd like to go ahead and do some smaller ones, so Maybe like do ones on console or something like that, you know, like maybe some vanilla builds or something. Because I think a big problem with this mod, it's also great, but obviously it's so big, it means it's going to take a while. So it'd be nice to do quite a small one. Okay. Alright, so that should be loaded up now. Yes, it is loaded indeed. Okay, let's go ahead. Find the recent sales. Diamond City Center. I'll go ahead and load that up right there. So what was I saying again? Oh yes, friggin' I need to actually go ahead and do it, don't I? I kept saying I should probably get the Twitter, but I didn't actually do it. Let's go ahead and open up old Twitter right here. So, because we always have the Twitter notifications open, of course, so you guys can go ahead and send in your selfies of you enjoying the live stream, and we can go ahead and see you guys sharing the stream for everyone to enjoy. So, let's actually scroll back a little bit and see what some of the people were saying during the last stream we did, where we actually went ahead and played some Fortnite with the community. Boom! Right here we got Ogan Fitzgerald, who has sent a picture. Okay, he's obviously taking the picture very quickly of him when he got into the Fallout lobby. That is fantastic. Fallout lobby. The, what's it called? Thingy-me-bob lobby. Fortnite lobby. And Joe Potter says, can't wait to see you end a kill or be killed. It was mostly be killed, but I did get 2 kills. I got 2 kills, and that's not bad considering I'm not used to using an old peasant stick to go ahead and control my games. Not bad. And oh dear. It says, final render. Sorry, I had to. That made me look like a pirate. Long John render. Oh, God. You know what you get? You get the cringe alarm for that, buddy. You get the cringe alarm for that. Thanks very much, dude. And we've got FireZ Crafter who says, join us as Render fights in the fields of Fortnite with subscribers. That's true. It was pretty darn fun. If anything, if I do it again, I'll probably do it for longer. Because an hour didn't feel like enough. You know, I felt as if we could have done that a bit longer. But it is what it is. And Final Render, join as he plays with PS4 fans in Fortnite. Come watch and learn, boys and girls. He is learning. That is true. I actually did learn 1 or 2 things. I learned where some of the best places to drop are. So that will be absolutely fantastic to go ahead and do some more stuff like that. But hopefully, everything will be okay next time we do it. And we actually do a bit better. Like, I've played on PC. And I played with a guy who is pretty good. And he's a friend of mine. And we got to like 2nd. But I didn't get any kills in that time, you know what I mean? And also, Joe Potter says, watch it. It will be awesome. Indeed, you are right. Indeed, you're goddamn right. Everyone go ahead and appreciate that guy. Alright, so let's go ahead and get ready with this mod then. Let's go ahead and look up. So as you guys know, last time we were here, we went ahead and did some stuff on these shops. You know, we just put the bare basics of everything for these shops. You know, we've got a very basic gun store, a very basic antique store, very basic boutique, and extremely basic liquor store. It's only got like 9 bottles in there. They obviously had a party the day before or something. So, but what I want to do now, I want to move on to something a bit more substantial. Because I could spend ages decorating this, but then, you know, we're spending weeks. In fact, we did spend like 2 weeks making this entire little thing here. And it's not even done. So I want to move on. I want to move on to something else so we can make more progress. Keep making progress with your builds. Otherwise, you'll just be doing the same small thing for ages and it won't ever get finished. So we're going to go over here. We're going to go up an extra level. And we're going to be building some apartments up here. And I don't actually know if we'll have the interior cells and stuff like that, but we'll make it so that maybe like one of them you can go into, but for the most part they'll just kind of be there for show, so to speak. Alright, so we're gonna do the kind of same idea that we did with the market stall. You know, we're gonna build it out of the DC kit metal, that way it actually makes sense and kind of fits the aesthetic of Diamond City. Okay, so we have got that right there. And someone was just commenting saying with a Fallout 4 thumbnail. I can only assume that the Fortnite stream has taken the Fallout 4 thumbnail. That's irritating. That's very irritating. Alright, so what are people saying in the chat then? Okay, so Smoothskin says, how is Elite dangerous? I found 3 suns and my ship is broken now. I need to rebuy it. Oh dear. So if you ever find 3 suns, I hope you can turn quick. Oh really? It depends on what kind of star it is. You know, like, obviously there's things like red dwarfs and supernovas and stuff like that, which obviously damage you much, much quicker. But right now, oh, we got notification. Whoa, we got lots of notifications there. Right there, what happened there? Just Fuller has donated $2 via Super Chat. Says, can you name the bar Pickmen's Alley? Haha. Well, Well, isn't it already called Pickman's Alley, the place in the thing? Thank you very much. Everyone go ahead and chant in the chat. Fuller, 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 fuller. Everyone go ahead and chant Fuller in the chat for going ahead and donating $2 via the super chat. Thanks very much for doing that, buddy. That is absolutely awesome. Just Fuller is the only one who has donated so far today. We need to go ahead and get some more donations in here today. So, let's see if we can do that. But, what was I saying? In Elite Dangerous here. In Elite Dangerous, I'm currently on a 20,000 light year trip. It is like 540 jumps. And I've got like 140 left. And then I got to do the same 540 jumps back. But I'll get paid, I think it's 46 million for doing this mission. Plus, I'll get like maybe an extra 5 million for the scan data of all the planets and stuff like that. So, it's worth it. I'll be able to get my Anaconda for that. Okay. So, how about we go ahead and start this then? Let's go ahead and start it. Hit the record button right there. There we go. It's recording. Fantastic. Alright, but before we get too involved in the building, people, how about we go ahead and pay a trip to the doctor and see old Dr. Pepper. Let's go ahead and see if we can open this up. Monsieur Flamingo says, I played Elite Dangerous. I'm not good. It does take a while for you to go ahead and get used to Elite Dangerous. It is a long game, you know. It's kind of like an MMORPG kind of feel, as I said. So, it takes a long time to learn stuff, but eventually you get better at it. Trust me. Like me, I'm not very experienced with combat in the game, for example. So I've been learning a bit of that, but mostly I've just been kind of grinding to get my mega ships, so to speak, you know? Okay. But Short Flamingo says, sorry mate, low funds, I would have donated otherwise. Honestly guys, if you can't donate, don't worry about it. If you can't donate, don't worry about it. But if you can, it will be absolutely fantastic if you did. Because obviously these streams, we need donations in order to keep them going, basically. We need donations to keep them going, because otherwise they can't happen. That's the bluntness of the fact, you know? Some people may say, well, what about ad revenue and stuff? Ad revenue's not there. It's just not there. Not on these streams. In fact, this one's probably been demonetized already by Google. I didn't check, but normally they are. Okay, so, So there are multiple ways to donate. Of course, you can go ahead and donate via the super chat, as Just Fuller just did. You can go ahead and see that there is like a green little dollar symbol in the chat, so you can go ahead and donate that way. Very quick and easy to do that. And it goes to me, of course. And there is also a link in the description for a PayPal donation. If you see the little button which says something to do with Streamlabs, support this YouTuber or support this streamer, and then Streamlabs link, that will take you to the PayPal donation, so you can go ahead and donate there. Or we have the YouTube sponsorship program and also the Patreon. Let's go ahead and get some of the Patreon guys scrolling down there. The Patreon guys, obviously, they do a big thing for these streams by paying for the internet, basically. They pay for the internet for these streams, so we can go ahead and keep going. But obviously, for everything else, we need donations for you guys to keep going. So if you can donate, then please go ahead and do that. Obviously, you get your name read out here, you get everyone seeing who you are, everyone chants your name, and it's all great fun. So, let's start building, shall we then? The kind of idea I have is to kind of have like, maybe two stories of like buildings here and here, with like a kind of central courtyard in the middle, where there'll be like some benches and stuff like that to sit down and things, you know, kind of like, almost kind of like one of those dusty trail motels you see in the old Outback West movies, you know, the modern westerns, the Outback motels, that kind of feeling, you know. Alright, so I need to go ahead and find a big square bit of metal, or at least as close to square as I can get. Most of them are kind of rectangular, aren't they? Yep, that'll do. Number 7. I'm going to go ahead and grab number 7. There we go. We'll go ahead and rotate it a bit. Make sure we've got the angle snapping on, just to make it a bit easier. Rotate it up. So yeah, obviously since we're just making something for show, it doesn't actually matter if there's stuff on the inside or not, because you'll never see it. But as I said, if we do make one of these apartments which you can go into, we'll have it as like an actual interior cell. So we don't actually have to model any interiors for this, which is nice. But you know, doing stuff like this, going ahead and making the bulk of the buildings, that's probably the quickest way to go ahead and give this place some life. You know, if we go ahead and add the buildings, that's what will go ahead and make it really stand out from the crowd and make it look like it's getting some real progress, you know? Alright, so we got that right there. And what about these other ones? There's a few labeled 7. Yeah. So I wonder if we can just go ahead and duplicate this one called 7. And maybe rotate it a bit. Maybe rotate it a straight 180. Okay, so we got that there. Line it up right there. Here we go. Yeah, that kind of works. That kind of works. I wonder if we're going to replace it with another variant of the number 7, though. Because all the ones that are number 7, say like 07202, 0703, you know, all the same, but very subtle variations on them. You know, some are a bit bendier than others, some are a bit larger than others, some of which are different colours. But hopefully it all kind of matches up. Sorry, fairly neatly. I don't really like that one, though. I want to go ahead and see what the other option is. But we go ahead and scroll up right there. We've got number 8 there. What about number 8? Oh, a number 8 works. Show me a number 8, Bob. Nope. Okay. So we got that there. And once again, you know, we'll kind of have to hide the seam with like a metal pylon or something like that. There we go. And how long is this going to be? It's going to be 3 of these sections long. Oh, we got more notifications there. Why are we getting double? Just Fuller has donated $2 from Monsieur Flamingo. Got your back, mate. Oh, there you go. Just Fuller is donating for you guys. Fuller. Thank you very much, buddy. That is absolutely awesome. Now, why am I getting 2 sets of alerts? That's what I really want to know. I'll go ahead and turn that down a little bit just there, maybe. That should fix it. Okay, so Fuller. Everyone go ahead and chant Fuller in the chat for going ahead and donating another $2 via the super chat. That is absolutely awesome, buddy. That is $6 whole you have donated today. Thank you very much. Because here's the thing, people. Here's the thing. Let me tell you about it this way. With the YouTube sponsorships, for example. So YouTube sponsorships, obviously, you pay a small amount to me, and you get to use for custom emotes in the chat. So you get special privilege in the chat, and I kind of get a definite payment at the end of the month from you guys. If 1,000 people did that, then I could do this full time. Yeah, full time. You know, all day, every day, basically. And not only that, but here's the thing. The price of a YouTube sponsorship, it's about the same as 1 cup of coffee a month. You know, say you go to Starbucks or something, 1 cup of coffee a month. You go ahead and maybe lose one of those coffees, and then go ahead and get yourself a sponsorship instead, so you can use all the cool custom emotes. Then you can go ahead and support me, and of course you get to use the custom emotes to get special privilege in the chat. So how about I go ahead and do this then? How about I go ahead and use the Fallout Preston Garvey emote right there, and also the Fallout Mama Murphy emote. Eyes on the chat, people. You see those emotes I just put in there? That is because, people, if you go ahead and do that, then you are able to go ahead and use those emotes. But you've got to sponsor in order to get those. So hopefully one of you guys, or a few of you guys, can go ahead and do that. Because if we get 5 more, we unlock a new emote. So that'll be absolutely brilliant. Alright, so let's go ahead and find some other big ones. We've got ones like that, which will be great for ramps and stuff. And we've got rectangular ones. I want to kind of get like a kind of square base to start with. Oh, there we go. Number 7 again. Are all the ones called number 7? Like kind of generic square shapes? I hope so. Yep, there we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and make it bigger. How much do we scale these ones up? Are they the kind of same size? 2.61. Let's go ahead and take a look. 2.61. Yeah, they're pretty much the same original scale as well. That makes it a bit easier. What else are people saying in the chat? Okay, the Time Change says, "Hey, Final Render. Hello there, the Time Change. How are you, my buddy? Hello, my honey. Yeah. Hello, my Time Change. Hey." Thanks for coming out, buddy. Thanks for coming out. Larry Durrell says, yell bricks. Okay. Once again, Larry Durrell is using the same old jokes. Thanks for coming out, buddy. How are you? Nice to see you. Nice to see a familiar face. Why isn't it letting me go in ahead and get the angle snapping on this? Oh, it's because I'm still on the scale. That's why. God darn it. Completely noob Final Render. Everyone chat noob in the chat for doing such a newbie thing. You noob. Alright, the Professor Have a Good Day says, "My Sir Ginger Josh said that you should make a Minuteman embassy. I want to make it better. I want to better it and ask you to make it buildable. All credit to Ginger Josh." I don't think I know what you mean. You want me to build an embassy base but have it buildable? Will it already be built? I don't think I understand what you mean there, buddy. Do you mean scrappable? I think that's what you might mean. Maybe. I mean, I've already done some Minutemen stuff. So I don't know if I want to take a break from that. I still haven't done any Institute or Railroad stuff, remember? I technically did one thing that was kind of railroady, didn't I? I did the Taffington Boathouse, which kind of had an undertone of the railroad, didn't I? I did that. And that was actually a pretty cool build. That video did pretty well. And I really enjoyed doing that one. Alright, so what else are people saying? YouTube Cool Bro says Super Cool Bros YouTube says all your cards are getting declined from the donations. Oh, what about the PayPal, buddy? Could you go ahead and use the PayPal maybe? That might be something you could probably try to do. If not, then just go ahead and enjoy the fantastic power of the share spike. Fantastic stuff. Let's go ahead and get another share spike going right there. Okay, so. So Creepylima122 says final render. I sent you a friend request on PSN. That's cool. I'll get to that next time I'm on PlayStation, buddy. What am I doing now? I need to go and get one of the door frames, don't I? I need to get one of the door frames. Probably go ahead and just do a very similar design for... now I think about it. I probably want to have the smaller metal on the front part of all of these, don't I? Rather than the big square ones. Want to go ahead and build them myself, you know, that way I can fit the door in easily. There we go, drop that down there. Rotate it around. I'm going to put that there. It's a bit tall, really. They're apartments, you know, they're allowed a bit of headroom. They're allowed a bit of headroom. These are meant to be like kind of luxury places after all. Right, Kimberly A says, how about a swatter museum? Maybe. We'll have to see about space. We do have a bit of a problem with this whole thing, but despite how much space we've got too many ideas for the space. So eventually we are just going to have to say no to some ideas. But I don't know what ideas we'll say no to yet. But things we do like. We do like the idea of a bar. We said that. And obviously we're doing the apartments here. We also like the idea of a casino. But then again, a bar and a casino, you can probably put them together, can't you? Oh, there's a nice one there, number 9. Let's go for number 9. It's like a Chinese takeaway, you know, it's just all numbered. Makes it much easier. There we go. So just kind of build up the walls the same way. And we could probably only get away with 3, really, can't we? We can't really squeeze one in there. We could probably put like some stairs or something there leading up, can't we? Let's go ahead and pop that way. And if we can kind of go ahead and get like a little base template going. Probably like that. You know, we'll probably have like 2 on each level, so to speak. 2 on each level. I think that'll work. Or maybe it's the same one, just with 2 doors, you know? Oh, but it is very short, isn't it? And Just Fuller has become a sponsor! Fuller, 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 Fuller! Everyone chant Just Fuller in the chat for going ahead and becoming a YouTube sponsor. That is awesome. I want to see you using your new emotes, Just Fuller, in the chat. How you do it is that you type in colon, and then you type in Fallout, and it will show you Fallout Preston and Fallout Mama Murphy. I want to see you go ahead and using those now, buddy. And he also will have a special emblem next to his name, indicating that he is a sponsor. So that is absolutely awesome. Thanks very much for doing that, buddy. You doing that means that we are a little bit closer to me doing this full time, basically. Because that's ultimately the dream, I suppose, isn't it? You know, being able to do something you love full time. I'm going to make it longer. You know, it's too small for a home. It's too small for a home. Got to make them a bit longer. So we can kind of... Yeah, we'll have some space in the middle still, hopefully. Yeah, okay, that definitely works, So yeah, thanks very much, Just Fuller. Remember, guys, for the price of a cup of coffee a month, you get the special emotes, you get the special privilege, you get notifications and stuff like that when other people go ahead and sponsor, I believe. And not only that, of course, but you get to support me. You get to support me, and that is absolutely fantastic. And most of the times, you know, the guys who sponsor, they feel pretty happy with the fact that they sponsored. I'm sure some of the guys, such as like 4Pixel and stuff, who are also sponsors, we've got Braked Twin in there, you know, they all kind of agree that it's a cool thing. That it's a cool thing. So yeah, Just Fuller, I want to see you using your new emotes in the chat. I want to see you going ahead and using those. Okay, Larry Doris says, final render, I just got Subnautica. That's awesome. I'm glad you enjoy it. I might actually see if I can record some more Subnautica soon, actually, yeah. Subnautica is one of those games where I'm like, oh, I should really record some of that. But then I never do, you know. And I don't know why. Because I love the game. I absolutely adore the game, in fact. But, I don't know, it's one of those things where I just keep forgetting to go and record it. Right, let's go ahead and grab this one then. Okay. Let's go ahead and scale this up roughly. I believe this is a different bit of metal, isn't it? Yeah, yes it is. It's got a different texture, hasn't it? Okay, so let's go ahead and set this to 2.6 is what it was. That's the correct scale. It might not always scale up correctly. It's not the end of the world if it doesn't, of course, because it will look scrappy if that's the case. The best way to probably do this is to go ahead and set this to be my snapping point, isn't it? It's a bit annoying, I know, to go ahead and set your snapping point and rearrange your snapping point. Make sure it all lines up, but trust me, it's totally worth it in the long run. You'll spend more time fixing it otherwise, so just try to get it right first time. It's kind of my general advice with that. Okay, I've just noticed the view box is wrong again, I believe, so I think we're going to actually turn that off again. The view box is always wrong. I really need to stop using it, because it's always wrong. If I can go ahead and find it, view account, yeah. I think it's wrong. Anyway, alright, so what else are people saying? Evan Dodd says, final render. How hard is it to mod Fallout 4 with the creation kit, especially modding a settlement/town? Well, we're doing it right now, man. Everything seems to be okay, so it is what it is. You know, I do have a couple lessons and stuff like that on the channel on how to do it, so you can go ahead and look at those. In fact, there are lots of good learning resources on the internet. Not as many as you'd think, granted, but there are a lot of good ones. I don't mean offense to a lot of the guys who make the modding video, not the modding videos, but the tutorials. Sometimes I think they often forget how hard some of the stuff is to a new person. So that they're talking about stuff which is just second nature to them. And they don't necessarily do a good job of explaining it, or they talk too fast about it, you know? But, you know, that just comes down to the teacher, I guess. I know a little bit about that because I did those, I designed those e-learning courses, which you guys can actually buy as well, you know, on how to record and edit videos and stuff like that. I put those up for sale. And people have said, yeah, I actually was a pretty good teacher. People have said I was a pretty good teacher, which is awesome, which is absolutely awesome. So we've got that bit right there. Turn on the object snapping. Alright, so I want this to be either slightly above, oh dear, or slightly below. It is slightly above, isn't it? Yeah, it's slightly above. Okay, that's cool. As long as it isn't directly in line, otherwise it looks a bit too perfect, you know? It's okay to look a bit sloppy, because it's scrap metal, isn't it? If we were making, like, an actual brick building, we'd obviously want it to be perfect. Oh, you see, Just Fuller is right there in the chat using his emotes. He's got the special icon with the final render next to his name. And he's got the Preston Garvey emote saying, I got a settlement that needs your help. There you go, see, he's having fun with it already. And remember, if we get 4 more sponsors, then we unlock a new emote. We unlock a new emote, and we leave it for you guys to vote on what the next emote is as well. So, how about we go ahead and see if we can get 4 more sponsors this stream? That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? That'd be pretty cool. 4 new sponsors would be absolutely ace. Because if we got like 5 new sponsors every stream, it wouldn't actually take that long to hit that 1,000, would it? It really wouldn't take that long. Think about it. Think about it. How many long would it take? A year or 2 maybe? Not too bad. And that's only if we get only 5. Okie dokie. So how's that looking then? It's a little bit intersecting with the other ones. How about I go to the 1 there and lower it down 1Z? That way I've kind of moved it down like 1 tiny little pixel, so it's not glitching with that part over there. And I'm well aware I just said sometimes they talk too quickly and stuff, but obviously this is just so that you guys can kind of see the progress of the mod and stuff. This isn't necessarily meant to be a lecture, so to speak. Okie dokie. So how about I go ahead and check the Twitter. Remember, we have the Twitter open right now. We have the fantastic Twitter open, and there actually hasn't been any new updates to the Twitter. My golly, my gosh. We have the Twitter open, which is @finalrender, @final_render. And you can go ahead and send in your selfies of you enjoying the live stream so that we can go ahead and share them with the people on the internet. Boom, there we go, bring the camera back. And unfortunately, I can't accept video, people. I can't accept videos on the Twitter, because if I accept video, then it means I can't check it for like copyrighted content and stuff like that. So I don't accept video, but images, just fine. Go ahead and send those in. Alright, so we got that there. And then we move it back just like that. And the reason I'm kind of doing this and adding some smaller sections is to, again, make it look a bit scrappy. We'll probably do it on some of the other sections in the middle as well, you know, just make it look a wee bit scrappy, a wee bit messy like me. We'll just get one more little bit right there. It doesn't matter if it's overlapping a lot and stuff. How's that then? That's alright. Need to go ahead and lower this one by like 1 unit. I still don't know what the Bethesda units are. Don't know if they're like meters, feet, inches. I honestly don't know what they are in relative terms, you know? So, Michelle Flamingo says, well, if you tell me how much you do streams per week, then I can find out how long it'll take. Well, that's what I mean, you know? I mean, if we got 5 sponsors, every stream, we do roughly 15 streams, then yeah, we would probably get like, well, let's work it out right now. I really can't be bothered to do it in my head because I'm still feeling a bit wheezy. Alright, so let's say if we do 15 streams a month, and then we got 5 new sponsors every single stream, that would be 75. So therefore, what do? You go ahead and get 1,000 divided by 75, boom. 1.3 years it would take if we got 5 sponsors every stream to go ahead and then make a living off of it. That doesn't seem too bad, does it? That really doesn't seem too bad. Alright, so what else are people saying then? What else are people saying? Let's go ahead and see. Creepy Limo says the camera is fixed, buddy. Like, I can actually audibly hear when the camera turns off. I can actually hear the shutter closing when it breaks. So don't worry about that. I should, in theory, know if the camera breaks with this setup. But obviously, I'd rather it was the old setup with the Elgato because then it fixed it itself, you know what I mean? It still does the same thing with the Elgato. Still turns itself off, but it fixes itself with the Elgato. So here we go. Go ahead and try to get some of these metal fragments in here now then. I'm wondering what the best way to do it is. Best thing to snap it to. Can't really snap it to the roof section because it'll be out of sync, won't it? It'll be out of line. How about we go ahead and sync it up to this one part right here, which actually looks pretty good. Select our reference point right there and hit OK. Boom, apply. Now we've applied that, we should be able to go ahead and snap this in place. Lower it down a tad. There we go, that's looking good. And if we turn off the snapping, we can just move it up a little bit just by eye. There we go. And now that's in line and looking all right. How about we go ahead and duplicate it right there and then replace it with another kind. Put that right there, Control F, and see what we can do. Let's go and take a look. And Evan Dodd says, by the way, I liked the first part of a D&D style Fallout. I think you should continue it. I definitely plan on continuing that. It was good fun. I really wanted to go ahead and edit it as a shorter video, but something went wrong with the recording of it. So I can only edit the stream of it, a downloaded version of the stream as well, not the original raw file of the stream. So it's kind of a bummer that, but I'm hoping next time I do, I actually do get some usable recorded footage out of it. So I can go ahead and edit a video with it. Because I love the idea. I've had the idea for a long time. I did it quite a while ago. But I think it's just a really cool, unique idea. Alrighty. That's done. How about we go ahead and grab this one here. Yeah, again, you know, just kind of grab random bits. Grab random chunks. Grab random chunks and then it looks messy. You know what I'm saying? Random chunks looks messy. But don't even need to be exactly in line and stuff like that. We can go ahead and leave little gaps and stuff like that there. We can go ahead and layer bits. Layering bits is actually a really good way to go ahead and give it some depth with the scrap. You know, just layer bits on top of each other. It makes it look like it's just kind of been spot welded together, you know? Just like that. The player will actually be able to distinctly see 3 different bits of metal, which it is. So, kind of gives it a very believable look, doesn't it? What are these ones right here? We've got some of these white ones. And oh, I don't like those ones actually because they bend a bit too much. They do. They bend a bit too much. That's a straight one though. We can go ahead and use that. Before we go ahead and move it to the side and then lower it down. Right, lower that down a tad. Gotta be careful with this one because we're attaching it to one which is actually part of an angle. Yeah, just like that. And then just go ahead and get one more probably. That's a big one I think, isn't it? Yeah, just go ahead and get some smaller ones now. Just to fill it in. How's that looking? Oop, oop. Oop, oop, oop. Yep, there we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Alright, that's good. And for the actual walls on this side, we'll have to do the same. And I'd like to get a door as well. I'd like to get a door. See if we can get a door. But we don't actually want a door which the player can walk through, you know? We just want a regular door. Oop. Creation kit not responding right there. Let's go ahead and save the creation kit. You know what it's like. Gotta save the creation kit. I don't mean, like, save the creation kit like save the whales. I mean, save the mod. So if it crashes, we don't lose it all. You know what I'm saying? I actually did have an occasion with the Virgil's lab mod when the main file corrupted. Just as I was about to make it public. Absolute disaster, of course. But then again, when it's able to go ahead and recover it using like an automatic backup system. So that was a huge relief, you know, because we streamed that entire build. Really good build, really proud of it, really clever, really interesting, and nearly lost all of it. So, little peek behind the curtain there. Alright. What else have we got going on in the chat then? Creeper Limo says, my cat is watching. Oh, that's pretty cool. What's the cat's name? I want to know what the cat's name is. And Monsieur Flamingo says, by the way, Fuller, I'll try and find out. Oh, you guys having a little chat in the description right there. And Fallout Fire Zed says, I'm so happy. Well, that's awesome. And Thy Dancing Doggo says, hi, Render. Hello there, Dancing Doggo. How are you? Got your dancing shoes on, as you always do. So what am I doing? Say DC Door, maybe. Is the one called DC Door? Nope. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a look downstairs in Diamond City. I'm going to take a look downstairs, see if there's any doors which are static doors, which kind of match the aesthetic. So we've got doors and stuff like that. So what are these doors called? This isn't a static door. This is actually an openable door. Diamond Door it's called. Okay, let's type in Diamond Door. Diamond Door. We are Diamond Doors. Boss. But doors. They're not just doors. They're Diamond Doors. Okay, enough of that. Enough of being, what was his name, Paz. Oh, it's, what's his name, Takashi? It's a static model of Takashi. That's cool. So, the door. Diamond Attached Shack. You see, that's what all Diamond City is, you know, it's just these kind of pre-built models of shacks, which I would love to use, but, you know, they're already in Diamond City, you know, I want them to be unique, you know, I want to make unique assets. No, ooh, that's cool. Cool balcony right there, might better do something with that. Bulkheads? That's from the outside, isn't it? Here we go, diamond doors. Are any of them static? They're not static. We're going to have to make our own. We can pick a door, can't we? That one. I like that one. We'll do with this one for now. Let's go ahead and grab its model. Grab its NIF data. As I said, I might have like maybe one of these which actually has an interior so that you can go in. But I don't want all of them to. Because otherwise, you know, we're not going to get anything done, you know? Same as I've always said. Progress, people. Progress. Alright. So let's go ahead and make a duplicate of this one. Why not? Do it this way. Edit it. Diamond Door. And we'll go ahead and edit it. Ooh, not like that. No. Paste that in. Boom. There we go. And that should be okay. Really? Should be. And do you want to create a new form? We don't... yeah, do it anyway, just to be safe. I was just going to say, we don't actually have to do that, do we? Because I've been duplicating everything. But I've been doing it this way so far, and I know that works. So let's just leave it alone, shall we? If we know it works, leave it alone. There we go. So we've got a door there. Once again, you know, this door isn't interactable. You can't open this door. So it's just for show. Which actually is most of the buildings in many of the kind of towns and stuff and cities and things in Fallout 4. Most of them can't interact with them. It's true. Okay. That was kind of the point of the whole... What was it called? Was it called the Bean Town mod or something? It just opened up a lot of the rooms and doors and buildings which normally you couldn't actually get into. Cool idea. I don't know if all of the buildings were done or just a lot of them, but cool idea. Very cool idea. What's the people saying? Alrighty, so... Oh my gosh, Just Fuller is really going to town with the emotes right there. Gotta go ahead and love that. Okay, Deutsche Spiel says, Progress Final Render, 2018. Yep, progress. That is the quote. Just progress. 2018 said, the final render. Later the Fallout says, okay, I'm back. What are we working on? Later the Fallout, we are building some apartment buildings right here. We're building some apartment buildings right at the back behind the kind of kids park and the kind of regular play park area. So the upper city we're starting to work on now. And we're going to have 2 floors of them, kind of in like a U shape. So, you know, there will be like, if we go ahead and get like a bird's eye view here, we'll have buildings going this way, and a little bit of a walkway in the middle. Just like that. Just like that. Okay. So as you guys know, people, these streams are entirely ad-free, or at least they should be, unless Google have gone ahead and changed anything. So therefore, we ask for donations to go ahead and keep these streams going. We ask for donations to keep these streams going. That way, it means that our streams are not interrupted by Google. It also means that it's just about us. It's about me and you, the builders, and the amazing people in the fantastic community. Sorry, I got a really itchy nose. I'm not really selling it, am I? But obviously, all of you guys who go ahead and contribute and donate to the channel and stuff like that via the Twitch streams, it really does mean a lot, because it means that we can do these big builds. We can't do big builds unless there's donations, because otherwise I would have to, you know, put out like an edited video that only shows like 5 minutes of progress all the time, and that's no good. You know, not only would that take too long to do, but it means we wouldn't make progress, as I keep saying. So we go ahead and have the donations open. You can donate via the Super Chat. You can go ahead and become a YouTube sponsor. You can go ahead and donate via the Patreon. That's a very good way to do it. And we also have these Super Chats, of course. So you can go ahead and do all of that so we can go ahead and keep the streams going and keep them ad-free. We need to go ahead and have an ad-free campaign, which is a very unusual thing to say. Let's go ahead and get that going then, shall we? I want to go ahead and, like, finish off... should I... What I want to do, actually, we've been doing this for about an hour now. Normally, when we hit an hour, we go ahead and take a look in game. I was going to say, should I add a bit more, or should I go look in game? Let's go look in game first. Get a sense of a scale. Is it too big? Is it too small? Because if it's too small, then we've obviously got to start again. So let's go ahead and check it. Always go ahead and check stuff before you devote too much time to it. Yeah, it's just logical sense, that really, isn't it? But hey, you'd be surprised how much we lack of it over here sometimes on Final Render. Okay. Got that there, close it up. Got that there and close it up. I love this bit of music. Like, this bit of music is called a Doc Rock, and it is the music which I use for Subnautica. It's not from the official soundtrack or anything. Just a bit of music I use, and it sounds cool. I like it. Let's go ahead and open up the Nexus Mod Manager. Did you see how my mouse cursor automatically went to the Overwatch shortcut? Oh no, you didn't, because it's behind the camera. But yeah, as soon as I had control of my mouse, my hand just went straight to the Overwatch button on the desktop. Okay, how's we doing? Bobby Bear 007 says, Final Render, I feel like I'm in a family. A YouTube family. This is a YouTube family. You know, everyone here is friendly. The Renderlings, we call ourselves. Oh, see, later the Fallout is just saying the Renderlings are awesome. The Renderlings are absolutely fantastic people. You know, the Renderlings are what kind of motivate me. What make me very happy. So, it would be absolutely fantastic to go ahead and get more people joining into the Renderling family. I still haven't updated the script extender, have I? Still haven't done that. I need to go ahead and do that. Wow. Okay. So this is just loading up now. It takes a while sometimes to actually load up regular old Fallout. For some reason it's quicker without the script extender. No, it's quicker with the script extender than without it. Which amazes me. You know, you'd think adding stuff would slow it down, but I don't know, I guess it optimizes the game a bit better, something like that, I don't know. I'm going to go and get this chat open here. Okay, so as some of you guys may know, if you are part of the Final Render Discord, then you'll probably know yesterday, but I was really not in a very happy place yesterday. I was very sad, really. I wasn't too happy with the kind of progress of the VOD videos, you know, the edited videos. The streaming side is obviously fantastic. The streaming stuff has been fantastic. Loving it. But obviously the VOD side, the edited videos have been going downhill, and I was really, really upset about it. So therefore, I just kind of vented a little bit on the Discord, and everyone in the Discord really came in to go ahead and try to cheer me up and things. You know, they spoke to me, they kind of motivated me and stuff like that, and made me feel better. And I really did feel like you guys really were my friends. You know, you weren't just names on a screen or something, you know, you weren't just this person, XXX Sniper Codmaster or something, you know, you were genuine people who were really helping me out. So thanks very much for that, because I know this is going to sound quite bad in a way, but this YouTube stuff, it's probably one of the only things that makes me happy, if I'm completely honest. I love doing it. And it obviously made me very sad that the edited videos weren't doing very well. So it was great to know that you guys had my back and were constantly supporting. And Just Fuller says, Larry, how old is Final? Why are you asking Larry? I don't know. But I am 26, to answer the question. I am 26 years old. Or years young, I should say. What else is there? Okay, Bobby Bear 007 says, lucky I'm in New Zealand. It's midday right now. Oh, it's midday, is it? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, my audience is actually pretty vast in terms of the size, but the biggest majority of it is in the United States, as you'd expect. You know, the United States, I believe, is 50% of the audience. I've got a notification there. DHS Word has just subscribed. Thank you very much, DHS Word. That is absolutely awesome. Thanks very much for going ahead and subscribing there, buddy. See more people joining the renderlings right there indeed. Okay, so see how long this has taken without the script extender. I need to remember to install it. I need to remember to install it. I need to remember to install it because this is taking forever to load. It really, really is. Okay, so Alice Joe Potter says, DHS, do you have a sale on? Haha, DHS always has a sale on, doesn't it? If any of you guys don't know, DHS is a sofa, couch, furniture shop, and they always have an offer. Everything is always, 50% off. It's like, but if it's always 50% off, it's not actually 50% off, is it? It's not actually 50% off if it's always 50% off. You know, that's the regular retail price. Not the discounted retail price, it's the regular retail price. Alright, so let's go take a look. Oh yeah, above it, it's going to look really, really laggy for you guys. As you know, it's going to look very, very laggy because obviously different frame rates and stuff like that. For me, I'm probably getting like 45, 50 frames a second, but for you, you're probably looking at something that more resembles 10 because of the different frame rates on the stream. So yeah, the scale is good. The scale's good. You know, it's a pretty good height overall. If we look at it in comparison to the character, see if we can get the camera to zoom out a little bit. Oh, we'll do it this way. Please, can we do it this way? I need to go ahead and select this. Where is it? Ah, there we go. And now, TFC. Boom. There we go. Zoom out a bit. Yeah, so it's pretty big building. It's pretty big building. So, you know, it's kind of like a luxury part of it. You know, it's kind of a luxury part of it. So, it's about twice as high as a person, you know, maybe 10 foot tall, which is nice. Door's a good size. The metal is looking good. If it is looking like corrugated stuff. The layering is nice. It doesn't look too out of place. Again, you know, we normally kind of put some kind of seam in between the sides of it, so don't worry about that. That will be covered with, like, you know, a pipe or something like that. So, yeah, that works. And once again, can we, like, say this door we made, can we go through it? No, it is indeed static. It is indeed static. Okay, what about on the actual roof and stuff? Can we walk on it? Can we walk on the roof? Will it blend? I don't know. TCL. Yep, okay, we can walk along the roof. Fantastic stuff. Look at this, at what we're making, people. Look at it. Look at this. This is really cool. Okay, let's go ahead and close this. Okay. Go ahead and close that now. We're taking a good look. Okay, so it has obviously been 1 hour, people. It has been 1 hour. So what do we do when it hits 1 hour, people? What do? We go ahead and get the share spike going there. Let's go ahead and get another share spike going right now. What you need to do, if you are watching the stream, you need to go ahead and share the stream. You need to go ahead and do that right now. Because the more people who go ahead and tune in by sharing it, the more people who can enjoy the renderling content. You know what I mean? The more people who join up, the happier we are. Because that's just more people to go ahead and enjoy the streams with. So let's go ahead and jump into the creator studio here. I need to go ahead and get the link so I can go ahead and also share it yourself, you know? Okay, so where is it? Okay, she's loading up here. Okay, here we go, here we go. Alright, so. Boom, here we go. Here is the Twitter. We have started our luxury Diamond City apartments. Come watch the live stream. And there's too many L's in there. Tweet. There we go. That is my part of the live spike sharing done. You guys have got to go ahead and do the same. And while we do that and reopen the creation kit, of course, let's go ahead and check the Twitter. We have the Twitter open, of course, so you guys can send in your selfies of you enjoying the live stream. Let's go and see what we have got. Indeed, we have some new ones right here. Let's go ahead and check it out. Chrissy Reed is here, who says, "At Final Render, sorry I was late to the stream earlier, Render, but glad I didn't miss it. Love your stream." Thanks for interrupting what I was saying there, Creation Kit. Thanks very much for going ahead and sending yourselves you enjoying the stream, Chrissy Reed. Chrissy Reed is obviously a very regular viewer, and it's always great to see the familiar faces go ahead and tune in, tweet in, share it, everything like that. It's great, you know, kind of builds the Renderling community. And Smooth Skin says, "Just playing some Elite Dangerous with my ship. Enjoying the live stream. Had to rebuy my ship." Old, what's his name? Smooth Skin here has got himself, and that's an Anaconda, isn't it? Is that an Anaconda? Yeah, it even says there, it's an Anaconda. Anaconda is a ship I'm saving up for. I've currently got, I think I've got 60 million credits. The mission I'm doing right now should get me about 40 million credits, so I'm getting there. But yeah, I believe the Anaconda is worth like 136 million credits to buy. I don't know what the rebuy on that is. You know, it'll be a while before I can actually start flying it around and stuff. Because, you know, you got to save up in case you break it. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting the Anaconda. I'll probably turn it into probably just like a passenger ship, if I'm honest. That's safe. And what have we got here? Oh, that's cool. Joe Potter says, "Decided to just decorate around you instead of decorating you. Here's a little bit of 8-bit Fallout." Oh, that's cool. What have we got then? Oh, we have got a little robot here shooting at probably a feral ghoul and an Eyebot. Pretty sweet. And he's even made me like all 8-bit and stuff. All 8-bitty. That's kind of cool. Thanks very much for sending that in, buddy. And we've got 3 more notifications here. What have we got? We've got Joe Potter once again sharing the live stream, which is exactly what we need to do. I wonder where the cat is. Yeah, I wonder where the cat is as well. Because I think we just need to remake the cat, basically. I think the cat didn't actually get made correctly. Fire Crafter once again, it says, "Join Final Render as he builds a building which you can go inside of. Not like open the door and see the stuff with the loading screen comes up in the house, I think." What you're referring to is an interior cell. And yes, thank you very much for going ahead and sending that up, buddy. That was absolutely awesome. Oh, another notification there. Oscar Kiltbow says, "Love Fallout, love Final Render. Me too. Join the stream now," says Oscar Kiltbow. Thanks very much for doing that, buddy. That is awesome. That is absolutely awesome. Let's go ahead and pop that back there so we can carry on enjoying the live stream. We've got to go ahead and load this mod, haven't we? Completely forgot to do that. Set as active and boom. There we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and see some of the chat now then. Let's go see some of the chat. Go ahead and scroll up on the chat a little bit then. Okay, so I'm going to read this. Larry Doral is asking if I have a girlfriend. Do you think I would do as much streaming and stuff as I do now, if that was true? Nah, don't worry about me, buddy. Don't worry about me. I mean, it'd be nice. But no, not right now. Not right now. And what else is there? Let's go ahead and see this. Monsieur Flamingo says, "Larry, you're very intrigued about this." Yeah, Larry is pretty intrigued, but hey, you know, there is your answer. And Bobby Bear 007 says, "Final Render, put Back to the Future music on so I can share the stream to you." Why did I have to put Back to the Future music on in order to do that? It's actually probably copyrighted, actually, so probably can't go ahead and do that. And Alice Joe Potter says, Monsieur Flamingo, "Instead I run, they almost take my head off." What are you talking about? Oh, are you guys talking about cats? Oh, flamingos. You guys do have some very bizarre conversations. Sometimes, you know, I tune into the chat at like very bizarre times. Very bizarre times. Okay, Bobby Bear 007 says, "Ooh, the Nerd Club." Yes, the Nerd Club, yes. Put my spectacles up there, huh? I don't know why. I love doing that kind of nerdy voice. You know, I mean, I'm a nerd. You know, also, I got a bone to pick with society, by the way. I got a bone to pick. Here's what's grinding my gears. When I was in school, I got made fun of for being a nerd and liking Spider-Man and stuff like that. Now it's mainstream. That's not fair. That's not fair at all. What, do people who play sports get bullied now or something? I don't know. Well, obviously I don't want anyone to get bullied and stuff like that. I obviously do not condone bullying. But god damn it. I got bullied in school for liking Spider-Man. No, everyone likes Spider-Man. And Deutsche Spiel says, final, is this going to be on Xbox? Yes, it is going to be on Xbox indeed. It's going to be available on all platforms, PlayStation 4, PC, and Xbox One. Okay, Alice Joe Potter says, talking about pets, I just fed wild birds in the garden, and they're quite dangerous sometimes. What kind of birds are you feeding? Have you got an ostrich or something on the back? I don't know. There we go. So that's loaded now. Fine. It took a while for that to load, didn't it? Okay, so recent sales. Diamond City Origin. Oh, what have we got there? Let's go ahead and read some of the other stuff. Fallout Fire Z says, final render facts. You want final render facts? Okay, we're going to consult the book of final render fun facts. Let's get a random fun fact. Random fun fact. Okay, so the most popular name in China is Wang. There are 39 million Wangs in China. There you go. There's a final render fun fact for you right there from the QI book. Oscar Kilpo says, how tall am I? How tall am I? Like 5'10", something like that? 5'11", something like that. I don't know. 5'10", I think. Okay, what else is there? Okay, Chasta the Wolf says, did you ever fix the Pridwin in your game? I actually did put out a big mod on the Pridwin, actually. Yeah, it was like a big 3-part epic, that build. And yeah, there actually was a Pridwin build which went up there. So yeah, it took a very long time to make that. Very long time. Well, technically it was 2 parts because there was 2 different mods. One was kind of a renovation of the interior kind of cabins which you can have. And the other one was the rest of the Pridwin. So that's that. Okay, so let's scroll our way in. Scroll on into the other side. There we go. So let's carry on just adding walls and stuff like that. I know it's a bit boring. But it would be nice to get like one of these little sections done. You know, if we can get one of these little sections done, then I'll be quite happy with that. DC Kit Metal. Boop. 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 Boom. There we go. New music track, please, Bob. Yeah. Some of that smooth jazz over that smooth radio. Coming straight out of New Orleans with some of the sweet blues and hot licks. Yeah, cool. Okay, let's go ahead and pop in a new thing here. Like someone actually said it in the comment section of the stream, and it's totally true. But this bit of music that's playing now sounds exactly like the MASH theme. That's awesome. It's a beautiful theme. Alright, so what was it? There were some of the big ones. Was it like the 07 ones? The 07 ones were the big ones, weren't they? Yeah, indeed they were. Okay, let's go ahead. Maybe not scale these ones up, but just use them. Because they're actually kind of big chunky bits of metal. Big chunky bits of metal. Go ahead and throw them in there to go ahead and make this a bit easier on ourselves. And we've got a corner here, so how about we actually go ahead and grab one of our corner pieces that we had on the market stalls. Go ahead and grab one of these. Copy it, and then we'll bring it over. And just go ahead and put like these corner little bits on. It helps hide the seams, it helps make it look tidy, as well as making it look a bit more believable, you know? It kind of makes it look like it's got some kind of structural integrity to it. But primarily, things like this are in games, just to kind of hide mistakes, to put it simply. Just to hide little seams and stuff like that, so it looks like a neat model rather than everything overlapping and stuff like that and being all bitty like that. Oh, what else are people saying then? What else are people saying? Later the Fallout says, I usually watch MASH after the stream. Is it because of this bit of music? Is that why? Okay, let's go ahead and add some more stuff. Yeah, MASH was a great series. Great series. Old Alan Aldar. Go ahead and what was that there? Move it up a tad. Oh dear. How's that? Need to go ahead and fix the camera again. Yeah, once again, you know, I would love for this camera to be working by itself and fixing itself, like the Elgato method. But it is not, in this case. Okay. I don't know. So I guess because I was using the Elgato with the PlayStation 4 for when we were streaming, not Fallout, from streaming Fortnite earlier. Hello. I guess I got a little bit confused. Alright, so bring up the chat again so I can see what's up. Alrighty, so Alistair Potter says, final. I wish that things that existed in the real world, because the UK builders, they're a bit poo. I wish things like that existed in the real world. Oh, do you mean just being able to like hide errors and stuff like that? Oh, I'm sure you've heard of like the guys who do like scammy jobs. They, oh, just put a bit of paint on it and it'll be fine. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. But obviously in video game world, it's really not a problem, as you say. Well, yeah, we'll go ahead and make this one a bit bigger. We won't make it 2.6. We'll go ahead and make it like... we're going to make it 2.1. 2.1. There we go. That's 21. Not 21. That would be massive. Blaze it. There we go. Now, I don't really want to just use huge chunks. Because if you use huge chunks, it looks like you've just kind of very quickly and easily put it together. But we obviously don't want this to look like it was put together quickly and easily. We want it to look like people have really struggled to build this thing. There we go. And the thing about this, obviously, it's a huge structure, isn't it? It's a huge structure. But obviously, when did the balls... Not the balls, when did the bombs fall? There you go. Put that in like a funny cringe right there. Cringe alarm right there. But when did the bombs fall in Fallout 4? Was it 200 years before the timeline is set? They could have been building this thing for 150 years maybe, you know? Plenty of time for them to go ahead and build this stuff. Even without complex machinery and stuff. They can go ahead and do that. Okay. Really, I should stop looking at them and just start dragging them in, shouldn't I? Just start dragging them in. Because I've said it before, you know, just go ahead and grab your random bits of metal and just drag them in, even if it doesn't really work. Find a way to make it work. Just squeeze it in. Make it look random. Make it look messy. Make it look a little bit jazz, a little bit rock and roll. Throw it in there. Boom. See? Now it looks scrappy. Perfect. Doing pretty much what these guys who built this place would have done. Said, oh, is that a bit of metal? Okay, yep, let's grab that. Is it flat? Yeah, it's fairly flat, Bob. Okay, throw it onto the build then. You know what I mean? Just going in and grabbing random chunks and making them work. Here we go. Oh, this is an interesting one. This one's kind of curved. Maybe if we've got to be careful with the curved bits because we can't show the inside. There can't be any gaps in this one. Because if there's any gaps, you'll see that there's no interior. But something like that kind of works. Yeah, that works. That works. I don't really know what I'm going to do to kind of hide the edges on the top. I've got to find like something that works. You know, I want to say a pipe. But I don't know if there's any pipes which are really the correct size or length and stuff for it, you know? I have to just kind of scrounge around in the creation kit until I find something that looks a bit interesting. There we go. We've got one of these ones right here. A big old chunk of wall right there. I'm well aware I said that I don't want to use too many big chunks. And I don't want to use too many big chunks. We can't even use that. We can't even use this chunk, which is a shame. Because look, I'm going to do a magic trick for you guys, okay? I'm going to make this bit of metal disappear. Where's it gone? There it is. As you can see, it's only got one side. One side is transparent. It's like a two-way mirror. So we can't use that. Can't use that. Because if there's an error with it, you'll notice it straight away. Yeah, see, same for that. Goddamn splicers. We do need to go ahead and remember to like put up little decorations and stuff like that as well. You know, like little event. Put it up there. Why not? Why not? Make it look different. Make it look crazy. Be a bit daring with it, you know? Throw that right there. Boom. Why not, right? Why not? Well, why not? Because we're going to have to do loads of decorating later, so why do it now, you know? Okay, I suppose that makes sense. Evil voice in my head. Oh, I need to scroll up the list a little bit. I need to scroll up the list because I'm using the same kind of bits again and again and again. So let's go ahead. Scroll up the list, find some new bits to go ahead and drag in. Just like that. There we go. Alright, so what else are people saying in the chat then? What else are people saying? Okay, Monsieur Flamingo says, I can't make things look random. It's easy. All you gotta do is just grab a random thing. Boom, now it looks random. That's all you gotta do. If you think about it, it won't look random, because then you're applying logic to it, aren't you? But if you just literally just grab something random, then it looks random. It's that simple, you know? Just do it. Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Or whatever it is that Shia LaBeouf said. Shia LaBeouf. Okay, where is that? Right there, there we go. That looks good, because that's kind of layering over top of a few of them, actually. That's layering over like 3 of them. The more layering you can do, probably the more convincing you can make it look, I'm willing to say. Got another curved one here. What can we do with this curved one? God damn it, curved ones are always causing trouble, aren't they? What if I just go ahead and grab some of the ones we've already got right now? Ones that we know work. Also grab the other seam part here. You have a little seam. Go ahead and hide that. It doesn't actually matter if it's not in perfect alignment with the rest of it. Because obviously it's built by hand, you know. It's probably like just one guy with a yardstick just measuring this entire thing out. Trying to measure out perfect exact requirements for this, you know. So it doesn't have to be perfect spot on. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. Let's go ahead and read some more of the chat. Okay, Fallout Fire Z says, can I have 4 cringe buttons, please? One does not simply ask for cringe buttons, sir. One does not simply ask for cringe buttons. Cringe is something unplanned. You can't plan cringe. Because if you plan cringe, it's not cringe. It's just annoying. There you go. Put that on my gravestone. You can't plan cringe. That would be oddly appropriate as well. Hey, I'm going to pose a question for you guys, people, okay? This was something I was thinking about last night. What if, for one stream... Oh, we got a notification there. Just Fuller has donated another $2. He says, too quiet, we need a donation. Fuller, 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 Fuller. Everyone go in the chat. Just Fuller in the chat for going ahead and donating $2 via the super chat. Thanks very much for doing that, buddy. See, look at this donation bar on the right here. It only says Just Fuller. It only says Just Fuller. People are going to tune into the stream and go, his donation notifications appear to be wrong. It says the same guy again and again. No, it's right. But we've only had the one guy donating the stream so far. Who else is going to go ahead and get a donation war going right now? 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a donation war. Let's go ahead and see if we can get that. But thank you very much for going ahead and donating there, Just Fuller. You are very, very kind indeed. Very, very kind. Because, obviously, people like Just Fuller, they really do care about the content. You know, they really do care about the content. Because Just Fuller is always going ahead and donating in. Always going ahead and donating in. And it's so appreciated. I don't even think Just Fuller realizes how much I appreciate it. Because it's not just about, here's some money, final render, because you asked me to. It's kind of like, we can do so much more if we go ahead and have the donations and we have the live streams than what we were ever doing with the VOD content. We can do so much more. Couldn't do this with the VOD content. Takes too long. But obviously, with the streaming and the donations, we can. So thank you very much for believing in me, Just Fuller. Who else believes in final render? Dave, do you believe in me? Yeah, just me. No one else. God damn it, Dave. Well, Dave doesn't, but I'm sure you guys believe in me. I'm sure you guys believe in me, right? So let's see if we can get someone topping Brian Fuller's donations this stream. How about that? Let's see if we can get someone topping Brian Fuller. I would love to see that. What are people saying in the chat? Later the Fuller says, that's because Fuller is a badass. Yeah, you're goddamn right. Alright, what else is there going on in the chat? Chester the Wolf says, hey, Final Render, what do you think about Fallout New Vegas? I get this question a lot. I much preferred Fallout 3. Because I just never fell in love with the story in New Vegas, you know. The entire time, they kept saying, you're the courier and you've got to find out who took the chip. I'm like, I don't care. I really don't care about finding out who did this, you know. It's like, oh, someone stole the package which I was delivering. I'm a courier in the wasteland. That stuff probably happens all the time. people probably always go ahead and rob traders and couriers and stuff like that. Why would I care so much, you know? But I don't know, maybe that's just me, you know. I do have to admit, it took me a very long time to really like New Vegas. It wasn't until I played all the DLC that I thought, yeah, this actually is a very good game. Because until that point, I wasn't too keen. I generally wasn't too keen. I'm like, it's just not anywhere near as good as number 3. I'm sorry, I'll just play number 3. But the DLC was really good and really did make up for it. But obviously, and also gameplay-wise, obviously, it definitely improved on number 3. You know, being able to aim down iron sights and stuff like that was an absolute blessing, which, for some reason, Fallout 3 didn't have. I know it came out in, like, 2007 or something like that, but wasn't that the same year as friggin' Call of Duty 4? What have we got there? Kimberly A has donated $20 and says, I believe I can fly. Kimberly believes in Final Render. Who else believes in Final Render? Kimberly, 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 Kimberly. Everyone go ahead and chant Kimberly in the chat for going ahead and donating $20 via the super chat. That is very, very kind of you, Kimberly. Thanks very much for doing that. Do you believe, Kimberly? Do you believe? Do you believe in the power? Do you believe? I gotta ask you if you believe one more time, but first I gotta do this. What was that? That was a Robin Williams sketch, wasn't it? Do you believe in the power? Thanks very much for that, Kimberly A. That is very, very kind of you. Okay, so someone has now topped Brian Fuller today. Who's going to top Kimberly A? Who's going to top Kimberly A? Kimberly A donated a $20 donation right there. And Just Fuller has become a sponsor and donated, what was it? $10 in total? So like $15 in total? Who else is going to go ahead and donate in? Who else is going to donate in? Maybe we can get a little donation war going. Maybe we can get some shots fired going with a donation war. I don't know. Something like that. Alright, so I need to find something to go ahead and put in this seam here. If we can go ahead and seam that up quite nicely, then I'll be quite happy with the back. But for now, let's just worry about the front, because that's what's kind of causing trouble at the minute, isn't it? We'll go ahead and finish the front part right here. And we've got another notification there. Just Fuller has donated $10 through Super Chat and says, shots fired! You're damn right, I just said shots fired. Thanks very much for going ahead and starting a donation war, Just Fuller. Who else is going to go ahead and get in this donation war, huh? Who else is going to go ahead and join in right there? Fuller, 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 Fuller. Everyone go ahead and chant Fuller in the chat for going ahead and donating $10 via the Super Chat. Thank you very much for doing that, buddy. Who's going to take part in the next part of the donation war? Shots have been fired. A line in the sand has been drawn. Who will take part? Who will win? Who will die? Everyone can join in. Men, women, children alike. Well, maybe not children, actually, because children don't have bank accounts, and they shouldn't, frankly. Men, women, children. Not children, I just said that. Everyone can go ahead and join in the donation war. But who will be victorious? Will it be you, sir? Or madam? Maybe. But you got to donate in order to do that. You can go ahead and donate via the Super Chat. You can donate via the PayPal. You can also go ahead and become a Patreon if you want to do that. Also, if you become a Patreon, you get a locker in Subnautica, which is pretty cool. I need to come up with some new Patreon rewards, actually. Because the guys on Patreon do an awful lot for the channel. You know, they pay for this internet, which is currently powering this stream. So I need to come up with some new rewards and get them some stuff. I don't really know what I would do, though. I don't want to do early vids, you know. I want everyone to enjoy vids at the same time, you know. Although if you join in on the Discord, you actually do get previews of videos as they come out. You know, I normally just put them up there a few hours early just for you guys on the Discord to see. But it's not really a reward, is it, you know? But I don't know what I would do for extra PayPal, for extra Patreon rewards. But I would like to do something, just to kind of give back to those guys who have been supporting the channel on Patreon for so long. You know? I think that would be a really nice thing. There we go. Put that right there. Yeah, this is working. This is working. And just grab all the random bits of metal. And you know, you can use the same bits of metal as you've already used, because you can scale them up, you can rotate them the opposite way and stuff. You know, it's kind of like when you go on a road trip and you can wear your pants so many different ways. You can wear them front ways, back ways, inside out, one leg through both, one leg through the other, on side, outside. You know, all that kind of stuff, you know. I think I was working with a cameraman. And actually working with him again next month, actually. That'll be pretty cool. And he at one point said he had a buddy, who actually ended up wearing the same pants for 8 days. Because he knew 8 different ways to wear your pants. What a legend. well, I'm glad I'm not actually with that dude. But a bit stinky. But anyways, 8 different ways. That's genius. You could go on a talent show with that. I've had the same pants on for 8 days now. God damn it. Such cringe. Yep, cringe line right there. Boom, there we go. You see, Fire, Fallout Z, you can't just go ahead and make cringe. It's got to happen naturally. You know, it's like a baby being born. It's got to be natural. You can't grow it in a lab. It's got to be natural. Okay, enough talking about babies right now. That's a bit weird, isn't it? It's a bit weird. Making it sound like we clone people all the time. Talking like how babies being born is somehow this mystery. Well, to me it is. But to everyone else, I don't know. They might know, but I don't. Right. I'm gonna grab that right there. What else are people saying in the thing? Okay, let's go ahead and see. Just Fuller says, I just enjoy the content, so I donate. There we go, buddy. There we go. You see, people just enjoy the content, so they go ahead and donate. That is awesome. That's what we want to see. We want to see people really enjoying the content. Like, I enjoy it. But then again, I'm a little bit biased, aren't I? You know, I certainly enjoy doing this. But that being said, if you guys also enjoy it, then that's a total win for all, isn't it? That is a total win. There we go. And just realised that part is causing trouble now, isn't it? Got to tuck that in a little bit. Because whenever you got a bit just poking out like that, sure, it looks a bit scrappy, but if it's actually glitching with other things, then you don't really want to have that. You know, you want to make it look somewhat tidy so they don't glitch with each other. Because glitches look bad, but scrappy, things being layered and stuff, that's fine, of course. Neatness, basically. Neatness. Okay, what else have we got in the chat? Late to the Fallout says, hi, Final Render. Did you see my creepy picture from Little Fallout? Yes, I did see the creepy picture, actually, from the movie It. I haven't actually seen the movie, but I did see the picture. Thanks very much for sending that in, Little Fallout. Little Fallout, I believe, is actually our youngest viewer, actually. And is always tuning into the streams. So that's fantastic, isn't it? You know? People of all ages are welcome here. Some people have said, do you deliberately not swear in your videos and stuff like that so that you can get people of all ages watching? That's awesome. It's like, well, not really. I just naturally don't really. But because of that, it means we have made content that is suitable for all ages. You know what I mean? We actually have made that, just naturally. And that's really good. Obviously, I'm not going to sit here and say family-friendly content is the way it's always got to be. You know, by the way, my name's Google. But family-friendly content is just more pleasant in general. If you think about it, you know? Think about like all the great stories from like, you know, your childhood. You know, you think about like Disney, you think about Roald Dahl and stuff like that, you know, you really remember those stories. And there are so many other stories which aren't family friendly that you just don't remember because they're just normal stories about normal people. But family friendly stuff, life isn't family friendly, so therefore you end up with beautiful, fantastic, amazing stories. Let's go ahead and rotate that bit right there. We're getting quite a bit of curved sections here, which could cause problems later. It might not, but it could. Because if we have too many curved sections, the player might be able to look in. In fact, let's just go ahead and get like a big square one for now. Since we are getting lots of curved ones. Because since there isn't going to be an interior, then we need to go ahead and make sure that the player can't see in here. Because if they just look in here and they see there's no furniture, there's no buildings inside, there's no decorations, then it instantly breaks the immersion, you know? Instantly breaks it. Okay, oh, that's actually glitching through a little bit. Let's go ahead and rotate it that way. There we go. Not only that, but it makes it look a bit different as well, doesn't it? Yep, that's good. That now matches. Alright, so, see what I mean? See what I mean? You can just see completely through that bit. So we've got to make sure everything is perfect. Just like that. And maybe bring in a lot of the other sections. Because right now they're basically floating. And we don't want floating bits. That sounded gross. What else are people saying? Okay, Just Fuller says, God knows, Preston, what you do all day. Walk into the walls all the time. Well, that would come down to the nav meshing, wouldn't it, actually? If you see an NPC just walking into the walls, that's bad nav meshing right there. Which, obviously, we have talked about a little bit. Gaming Leak says, so what bit are you building now? Houses? Well, apartments, basically. Little apartments. They're not so much houses, but they are apartments. We're going to have 2 little apartments on each thing. And then we're going to have 2 stories. And it's going to be kind of in like a U shape. So we'll have 4, 4, 4. And then maybe a bit in the middle with like some benches and stuff like that to sit down on, you know? So we can go ahead and kind of make some living accommodation for some of these people. It's not necessarily the luxury accommodation, but it's nice. It's going to be nicer than what's downstairs, you know, basically. And the thing is, just because this is kind of like the luxury Diamond City, the not poverty Diamond City, it doesn't mean it doesn't look scrappy. And everything's made of wood and stuff like that. But what it just means is that quality of life is much better up here. Maybe these buildings have running water, and the ones down don't, you know? Stuff like that. The actual structure of the buildings doesn't necessarily have to be better. It just needs to be nicer place to live. You know, better quality of life is the saying, isn't it? Better quality of life. Best way to fix this probably is actually to bring those forward a little bit, just like that. And then pull this a tad. There we go. Yep, that fixes it. I just need to go ahead and do something about that little gap right there. And to do that, I'll probably go ahead and I'll grab that section right there, because that's a slightly different color. And drag that across there. There we go. That should be alright. That's one side done. And that's 2 sides done. Back side is done. We just need to do a little bit on the front. And then we can kind of call this first section done. Let's go ahead and grab the door and put the door back there. We might go ahead and change these doors later on. You know, we might get some different coloured ones. See if there's like some blue ones or something. Just to give it some variety, you know. Chester the Wolf says, hey, Final Render, have you ever thought about putting a base in one of the old crashed planes? Have I thought about putting a base on the old crashed planes? I might have done that. Have I done that? No, I haven't actually done it, but I have thought about it before. I've put little homes and stuff into other places, but, you know, like lorries and trucks and tanks and stuff, but never done a plane. There are some planes which actually have a lot of space in them, a lot of flat space as well, so you probably could do something quite nice with it. Lady of the Fallout says, the apartment should have some new and old stuff in them, like stuff they bought from the antique store. Yeah, exactly, you know, it's like, the actual building structure isn't necessarily better or different, but it's just better ways to live, you know, nicer furnishings, nicer, maybe this place has better quality lights or something, you know, maybe, I don't know, you get more power given to you here, you know, so you can have a TV or something, I don't know, stuff like that, you know. Go ahead and move that back a bit, because it was causing a little texture bug right there. You do get little texture bugs, unfortunately, if you have things layering on top of each other too closely. There we go. That's nice. That's nice right there. Again, you know, give it layers. Give it texture. Layer it up. Grommet. Slather it in metal. There we go, right there. Lower that bit down right there. Yeah, it really is coming together, isn't it? I think by the end of it, we'll have something that we're all really, really proud of. I really do think so. I think everything will be absolutely fantastic. Okay, so Bobby Bear says, it's final render, 36 out of 40k. I don't think I know what you mean there, buddy. What do you mean by there, buddy? Don't think I understand. What else have we got? Bobby Bear 007 says, hashtag YouTube family. You got like a hashtag YouTube family. Boom. Hashtag YouTube family. Never heard that one before, but I like it. How about we go ahead and get a share spike for that hashtag YouTube family as well. Let's go ahead and get that going. I need some more graphics and stuff, don't I? Okay, Just Fuller says, if nothing has really been built in 200 years, isn't everything an antique? Well, I had this idea, didn't I? I had this idea that everything in the antique store could just be pre-war stuff. It wouldn't necessarily look old. It would look new. But it's preserved. But that being said, though, a lot more stuff could be antiques, I suppose. So really, antiques would lose their value. It would have to be stuff that was not only old, but also in pre-war condition, wouldn't it? Something that's old and broken obviously isn't going to be an antique. but something that is old and in pre-war. I suppose you could argue the same for real antiques. You know, like a broken old antique is still not worth anything, but you know what I mean. It will be much harder to find a decent antique in Fallout 4 because everything got destroyed and stuff. Alright, right now I'm trying to line this bit up right here, but it's struggling to work. Yeah, that's good. That's good right there. I've just got a few bits here as well. Slap a bit right there. Slap a bit right there. Slap a bit just to cover this little seam here. And you know, it doesn't matter if there's no interior, because the player can't go in here. And even if they can go in there, you have different sets of doors which don't let you inside these little cabinets. It'll make sense when we actually go ahead and start building interiors, you'll see what I mean. But it doesn't actually matter if you can't go ahead and look in that door, you know what I mean? Trying to get some different kind of rust textures and stuff like that. Realistically, I should be paying attention to where the rust textures are and make it so that there's more rusted parts at the bottom than at the top, because that's where more water has been, you know? Or would it be at the top? It'd be at the top, wouldn't it? Because obviously this roof part is more exposed to the rain, so therefore that's rustier. And it drips down into this part. Yeah, okay, that would make more sense. And it would kind of pull at the bottom as well. Yes, I kind of did it naturally, I suppose. Okay, okay. Let's go to see what's up. Go ahead and scroll up through the little chest tray right here. Let's go look. Okay, Monsieur Flamingo says, abandoned explorer, but he only did one stream recently. Oh, you're talking about other YouTubers or something like that. Okay, that's cool. Like, as you guys know, I don't really watch other YouTubers that much who do Fallout stuff. But obviously some of the people who I speak to and stuff, and people who I regard as friends, in a way, then I'll watch their stuff, you know? But for the most part, I don't really think, oh, I wonder if someone's done a build here, and search it up, you know? Let's go ahead and drop that in there. And, we need just one more little section. One more little section, then we could probably go ahead and take another look at it in-game, and then we can wrap up this stream, pretty much. Or maybe we can do some more stuff before we actually go look at it in-game, seeing as we got 20 minutes till the end of the stream. Just like that. Yep, okay. So is this all good? Nope, we got a little bit right there. Just a little tiny whiny bit right there. We could probably do this with like one or two big sections, couldn't we? Might even be able to do it with just two or one. Okay, so scale this up. Get it to the good width. Oh, yep. Click on it right there, and then we'll scroll it up a tad. Is that working? That's not poking through. No, it's not poking through. None of it is poking through, which is great. Okay, so that's all that bit done. That's all the walls and the floors kind of done. Now we need to kind of find like some kind of way to seam this, basically, don't we? We need a way to cover the edges here to make it less noticeable that there is indeed little bits connected. So let's see. How are we going to do this then? There's a few ways we can do it. We can add like little catwalks and stuff like that, little rails and things. What I'm thinking, what about like drains? Can we get like drains and stuff? What have we got there? That's a drain in a river. That's a natural drain. So is that. Floor drain? No, that's a tiny one that you find in like a shower, isn't it? Okay, so that's no good. How about we go ahead and see if we can get... I always do pipe, don't I? What about beam? Type in beam, you know, just metal beams. Bunker maim ceiling beams. Bunker maim, indeed. Oh, they're kind of cool. Could use those at some point. And bunker roof support cross beams. Again, could use that at some point. But we could just grab stuff like that and just throw them onto the walls. Just throw them onto the walls. Wherever they are. Oh, there they are. There you go. Just because, why not? We found something that looks cool, so let's use it. There we go. Just go ahead and pop it on right there. How's that? Yeah, why not? Doesn't serve a purpose at all, but hey. It looks different now, doesn't it? Diamond cross beams. Oh yeah, I know what those are. Yeah, those are for the stairs, aren't they? Support, just looked at those. DC kit beam memory. Oh yeah, that one's kind of faded off, so that one doesn't count. DC kit metal beams. Yep, again, that's from the DC kit metal section. I think it's just all going to look like that, kind of that, isn't it? Oh, there's structural corner. Structural beam wall. Oh, that could work. Alright, so I need to go ahead and fix the camera here yet again. Yeah. Because the Elgato isn't quite working, because I think it still thinks it's using like the full screen settings and stuff like that from when we played Fortnite earlier. So it's getting a little bit confused about what to do. Chester the Wolf says, final render, what's your favourite factions? My favourite faction is probably, well, my favourite is probably the Railroad. But they're the least interesting out of all of them, if I'm honest. Well, no, the Minutemen are probably the least interesting, now think about it. But yeah, the Railroad is probably my favourite, because they're the most I kind of agree with in the world of Fallout. You know, obviously, I agree with the Minutemen, but it's like, well, you're not really trying to accomplish the same goals, though, are you, really? The Minutemen and the Railroad are two very different debates. There you go, just like that. Go ahead and grab that there. Unfortunately, it's not letting me adjust the snapping angle to something that's, you know, easy to work with. So I've got to kind of jerry-rig it. Maybe if I go ahead and adjust this bit, it might make it a bit easier. It's really struggling to line up. I think it's because it's meant for another type of building. Oh, here's an idea. What about if I go ahead and rotate it around the other way? Did that work? I put it back the same way, didn't I? There we go. Go ahead and do it this way. This might work a bit easier. Pull this out. Again, you know, the idea is just to kind of cover the seams. Cover the seams so that it looks more, not so much more natural, but looks less unnatural. You know? It looks less unnatural. That's the way to think about it. Does it really work? Oh, it's not even touching for a start. How about that? We need to rotate it just like a little bit. Probably best to do it numerically. Let's go ahead and adjust it on the x-axis by 1 unit of degree. It's not the x-axis. Is it the y-axis? Is it the y-axis, Bob? It is not the y-axis, Bob. Must be the z-axis, Bob. Who's Bob? I don't know. And also go ahead and pull it a bit on the y-axis there. There we go. So now that is actually... Is it doing a good job of it, though? Is it really? No, it's not even touching. Yeah, this beam isn't working. Nice idea, but it's just not working. What about this? There you go. What about this? How big is this? Will this work? Yeah, there's that there. Are there any longer ones? Are there any longer beams, Bob? That's a bent beam. That's an even more bent beam. That's another straight beam. Is that bigger? That's shorter. We're getting shorter, Bob. We need longer beams. That's a short bent beam. And number 7. Let me guess. This one's going to be even smaller. Yeah, that one's even smaller. Okay. Looking like we're just going to have to do it this way then. Go on and grab these beams, you know, these kind of I-beams, which actually would be used for structural integrity anyway, I suppose. So it actually makes sense. You wouldn't necessarily use it for this part of the building, but hey, you would use these I-beams for support. I don't mean like emotional support. I just mean, you know, structural support. Okay, let's go ahead and set this as a snapping point, because I can tell this is going to be a real nuisance, this part, because it's a kind of a weird size. It's kind of a weird size, this one. It's not quite a full unit. It's kind of like just over half by the look of it. So it's going to cause problems. But hey, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, apply that and close it. Alright, itchy nose for some reason. Not good. Okay. Let's go ahead and drag these across. And they do snap together pretty good, like a glove. Yeah, you see. You see. You see. Gotta go ahead and make it a bit bigger. Gonna go and make it a bit bigger. It's just a little bit too short. Don't you hate it when your beam is just a little bit too short to cover your gap? I know I do. That's just me. Final render. Whoop. So what's the people saying in the chat then? What's the people saying in the chat? Okay, so Alice Joe Potter says, I kind of hope they make more factions like you're in costume and kind of thing. I'd like to spend time as a gunner or as a guard in town instead of just basic factions. They didn't actually have like a mercenary faction until Nuka World, did they? Now I think about it. Again, you know, the friggin' beams are the wrong length, Gromit. Beams are the wrong length. Can I just do it with 2, maybe? No. What if I do 2 and then grab one of the smaller ones? What if I do 2 and then grab one of the smaller ones, which I was complaining about? Number 9. Will this work? How much did I scale it up by? I scaled it up by 1.35. Let's try this. Let's try this, 1.35. I mean, you could have just, you know, made them the size of 1 unit, you know, but hey. I'm not angry. I'm not angry at all. Right, what are people saying on the Twitter and stuff like that then, by the way? Are there any more notifications on the Twitter? Oh yes, there are 4 notifications on the Twitter. Let's go ahead and see what is up indeed. Okie dokie. So, let's scroll through here. Ogan Fitzgerald says FortniteSpecial.com. What on earth is this? Actually, I probably shouldn't just do that. I should probably look at it off screen. Special reward. Redeem bucks. No. Definitely not, dude. Don't do websites like that. Don't do websites like that. Okay. So Joe Potter says, when you forget how to say, when did the bombs fall? I was hoping nobody would meme that. But they did meme it. Thank you very much for sending in your picture, buddy. Oh, and here's another one, but this is from FireZ Crafter. You know what? I'm noticing a pattern here. Both you two keep sending in these edited pictures, and you always say, sorry. Say, if you're sorry, but just don't send it in if you're sorry. I appear to be in a spacesuit with a parrot? How unusual. Thank you very much. And Takashi has retweeted that we are streaming in Diamond City. Thanks very much for retweeting that, buddy. Thank you very much indeed. Yeah, that's very, very bizarre indeed. Okay. Okay, we're running out of time here. We're running out of time. So what I'll probably do, I'll probably just go ahead and leave those beams for now. And we'll go take a quick look in game so we can see what's up. We'll find better ways to kind of seam it up later in the next stream. Alright, so make sure I save this, of course. Save plugin. And push it. Okay. There we go. Close it out here. We'll take a very quick look and then we'll wrap up the stream then. Woo! Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Alrighty. So, I actually did have a question, by the way. I actually did have a question, which I wanted to ask you guys. And, the idea was that, do you guys want to take a break from this at all? I was thinking for, like, maybe next stream, we could do, like, a vanilla build on, you know, like, on the PlayStation or something. I'm just throwing ideas out there. I'm not necessarily bored of doing this or anything. I was just saying, do you think it would be a good idea to do something new every now and then? You know, but maybe get it all done in like 2 hours. And have it as like a challenge, you know, saying that we have to get it done in 2 hours because that's how long the stream is. You know? Just throwing ideas out there. Okay. So, you know, obviously, got to be done in 2 hours. It would obviously be a very small one, you know? Okay, so Smoothskin says, when are you playing some Elite Dangerous? I don't know, actually. I don't know. I might do it when I get my Anaconda, which I've very nearly got. As I said, you know, I've got like 70 million credits right now. The mission I'm about to do, I've got like another 700 light years to jump. No, not 700 light years. I've got another 700 jumps to do. It's about 23,000 light years. Then I should get about 45 million. That should be very much on the cusp of buying the Anaconda. I'll just have to do like some kind of basic missions after that to get the other 10 million. Or if I can unlock Ramtar, I can go ahead and cash in that Guardian mission, which is worth 10 billion, can't I? Okay, Later for says, a challenge will be a good break. Yep, that's cool. Chrissy Reed says, I'm happy with anything, Render. As long as you are streaming it, it gives me something to look forward to. Oh, Chrissy, thank you. But yeah, I think it would be cool, you know, just to kind of take a break from it every now and then. Yeah, I think I'll do it. I think the next stream, we'll probably do like a PlayStation 4 one or something. Or maybe just a PC one, I don't know. And try to do something with like vanilla assets or something, you know, because that would be cool. Obviously, doing stuff on the PlayStation 4 is the ultimate restriction for a challenge on the building. Because not only do you have much less mods, but also, because it's on the PlayStation 4, the mods actually aren't that special anyway, you know? Does that make sense? You know, because it's basically just giving you stuff that's already in the game. You're very rarely to get new stuff with the PlayStation 4. Chat of the Wolf says, Final Render, what DLC is your favourite in Fallout 4? I am going to say Nuka World was my favourite one. Well, probably Contraptions, really. But I suppose if you actually technically mean, you know, an actual DLC, you know, a story and stuff, I'm going to say out of Automatron, Nuka World and Far Harbor, I'm going to say Nuka World. Because here's the thing about Fallout, which is something I like about it. It's just a bit wacky, you know? I know a lot of people kind of think Fallout is like a really hardcore, grown-up, dark story. And that's true. It is. It is true. There is a dark, mature undertone beneath it. But at the same time, it's also very, very wacky. You know, there's like aliens, and there's laser guns, and there's power armor and stuff. You know, it's all very wacky at times. And Nuka World took that wacky element and just turned it up to 11. You know, I can understand if not everyone liked the wacky, but I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look then. Yeah, there we go, there we go. The beams do kind of work, I suppose. Yeah, we can maybe put like some billboards or something there, you know. Yeah, we will have to work out a way to kind of hide these seams. The beams might not work, but we do need a way to hide it. But as you look here, this does work in terms of the layering, but you can clearly see there's a little bit of a gap in between them. And, you know, it's fine. But that would be very easy to fix just by moving some of the middle ones, you know, like these ones, a little bit forward. And then we can just make that look a bit neater. That's no worry. Front side looks okay. Front side looks okay. Let's go ahead and say nothing jumps out as alarming. There's a little bit of a texture glitch right there. See where the dot is right now, dead center of the screen. There's like a little one poking out there. Might see if we can adjust that one. Same for right down there, actually. And this one I was quite concerned with, wasn't I? I was quite concerned with this entire wall here. But this wall is probably the only one that's turned out okay. Fancy that. The one I was most worried about is the one that's fine. And this one's okay. This one's obviously very bland, you know. There's no layers and stuff like that on it. No layers and stuff. And yeah. It's looking pretty good, isn't it? So next time we do the Diamond City stream, as I said, you know, I probably will do that kind of challenge thing. Next one. Alice Joe Apollo says there's a glitch above the door. Is there? Which door? Are you referring to that one? Yeah, it's the same metal piece. It's the same metal piece. As you can kind of tell, you know, there's that one. And then there's that bit there. I think that's the exact same piece. So we could probably just delete that piece of metal, if I'm honest. That'll probably be an easy fix for it. But yeah. I think it's pretty good. So now just imagine a second story on top of that. Obviously a bit narrower. And then also having some here. Having some here also. And then also some here. So we'll have kind of like a U shape. You know, so you can imagine we will have buildings all around us if we were standing here. 2 stories worth. So that will give us 8, 16. No, it'll give us 4, 8. It will give us 12 apartments here, which is not bad. Which is not bad, you know? Okay. So, I'm just going to go ahead and tone it down a little bit now then. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. It'll be time to wrap up the stream. We did 3 hours of streaming today, obviously. So that's always a long bit of streaming right there, but it's always good fun, isn't it? We streamed some Fortnite, that seemed like a long time ago now. It really, really did. But, oh yeah, speaking of Elite Dangerous, check out those, like, Guardian Ruins I found right there. That's pretty nice, isn't it? But, yeah, it's going to be awesome. Alright, so just going to quickly check some last little bits of questions and stuff like that before we wrap up the stream. I'll quickly check if there's anything on the Twitter. No, there is not. Okay, closing my Twitter then. Closing my Twitter. Okay. So, I hope you all enjoyed the stream. It's been certainly been good fun, this one. You know, obviously I got to play some Fortnite on the old PlayStation. Clearly need a lot. But hopefully we can go ahead. Clearly need a lot of practice, but hopefully we can go ahead and get some more of those streams going so that we can get you guys playing games with me. You know, obviously we did have quite a few people going ahead and playing games with me earlier on when we played the Fortnite, and that was fun. You know, those guys obviously knew a lot more about it than I did, and it was good fun to go ahead and play with some of you guys. And what else have we got in the chat? Just Fuller says, meh, there's lots of big donators out there, I'm just helping out. Is someone questioning the amount you're donating, buddy? But yeah, obviously it doesn't matter how much you donate to the channel and stuff like that. Obviously, if you can donate more, then obviously it's always welcome. But just the fact that you are is always appreciated. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying I don't appreciate you if you don't. I'm just saying it is very much appreciated if you do. So thank you very much for that, guys. And Monsieur Flamingo finally wraps it up by saying, yep, you just seem like an awesome, good all-round guy. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, so I'm going to be... Oh, we got a notification there. Just Follow has donated $2 through Super Chat and says, shout out to Flamingo, Chrissy, FireZ, and Joe Potter. Paula, 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 Flamingo, 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 Chrissy, 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 FireZ, 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 and Joe Potter. Thank you very much for going ahead and donating in $2 for doing that. Just Follow, thank you very much for doing that. That is absolutely awesome. We're literally just wrapping up the stream. And he's still donating in some of those dollars. So thank you very much for doing that, guys. That is absolutely awesome. And obviously, Just Fuller, brand new sponsor, which is absolutely fantastic. It means he gets special access to the emotes. We only need 4 more sponsors to unlock our next emote. I don't know how many you need to get your 4th emote. Hopefully it's not another 5, but we'll see, won't we? So, yeah, gonna be wrapping up the stream now, people. Thanks very much for watching the stream. It's been really, really good. I'll let you guys know on Twitter and on Discord and stuff like that what we're going to do for the next stream, which will just be like a 2-hour build challenge. And Ace Wallow Come has just subscribed. Thanks very much for subscribing, buddy. That is awesome. So yeah, going to be wrapping it up there for everyone. Thank you very much for everyone who tuned in. Thank you very much for everyone who donated. And I look forward to seeing you in the next stream. Not tomorrow, but the day after. Goodbye, guys. Goodbye. Hope to see you soon. Hope you had fun, everyone. Enjoy yourself. Remember to drink your vegetables and eat your milk. Bye-bye, everyone. Goodbye. Bye.